Hello guys, it's Benji here. Today we're going to continue onwards with our Giro in the Pro Cyclist mode. We're currently after the 4th stage, so the 5th one is the next. And I hope to do 4 more again today. So hopefully we are still in the Maglia Rossa after stage 8. Today's stage is a team time trial. It's a 23.2 kilometer team time trial. I have totally forgotten how to do these in Pro Cyclist mode. I forget them every time how to do these. So I sincerely hope that I can figure it out along the way. Okay, here's where the challenge starts. We start off at the front. I'm gonna go pretty much all out at the start here. I don't know if I can do 99. I don't think so. So I'll put it on 92-ish for now. If it goes way too quickly and we don't get our energy that we spend recovered while we're resting, then I'll most likely change it for the next round we take over. First time check, let's take a look. We are second at the moment, but I think I'm overdoing it myself. So I think I'll lower it towards 80, 88, 87 even, because they're flying towards the back and just waiting until I take over again. So I'll have to do it a bit slower. So 87 it is. There we go, next time check. I hope that I survive till the finish line now because I really spend a lot of energy. We're falling through, we're 5th now. I hope that I don't lose like a minute on the others. Looks like we're in for the last kilometer and I'm gonna go 99 in that because I do feel like I can make that and my team will take over while I fall through. That is perfect. Now that's the 4th place, so technically a pretty damn good TTT. I hope that it's enough. I'll have to check at the end though. Yeah, we did lose like 40-50 seconds, which is not ideal, but in the end we're 50 seconds ahead of Bardet now. Looks like we've got a bit of a filler stage as the second one of today to Piombino. Flat stage, bit of climbs in the middle, but that won't really change anything for us, I think. So, guess we'll wait till the finish line. There's a small hill in the last 2 kilometers, but I doubt that will matter. Nonetheless, we'll try and have some fun in that last kilometer if we can. I honestly don't recall who is in the purple jersey. I am, I think, so I'm curious who's wearing it today because he is behind. Oh, it's Paulo Toto. That's not too important then. Anybody else that is caught behind that I don't know of? Doesn't look like it. I've got a 4-man train going and it's looking good. 4.5 kilometers. It's going a bit uphill, so gotta watch out that I don't spend too much energy too quickly. I think this is the moment where I want to get a rider like Chateau to the front on this flat section. 77 flat should definitely do the job. Energy gel on ourselves. Catch the breakaway. Perfect. And last 3 kilometers are starting. We're gonna have to sprint a bit early, which is not very liked to my taste. We've got Nibali on the right, going all out for a sprint there. Gonna have to go a bit early, but we're not a sprinter, so I'm technically just doing this for my own sakes here. And this is gonna be bad because now I've got no energy and there's more than a kilometer to go. So it looks like Colbrelli might take it, or does Case Bull come around? Yes, Case Bull takes it. Bit of a surprise, I'd say. We finished in the top 10, so I'm happy. And another split in the peloton? I doubt it. This won't count as a split. No way. Looks like everybody will be together in one group. 8th, good result. When it comes to GC, nothing seems to have changed, so that's pretty good. I honestly really wonder how these time gaps are counted because again, it's in the same time with a clear gap at the finish line, and I've heard a lot of excuses from both developers and both players that defended this, that it's because the stage maker did it incorrectly, it's because that, but let's be honest, this should be a game thing. If the time gap at the bottom is shown, there is a time gap, and if there is a time gap, it should be counted. That's honestly my opinion. Anyway, on to more important matters. We've got the 7th stage, which is the one with the fake and the real Paggio. I don't know which one is which. They might be both fake, they might be both real. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna try and defend our jersey here. It looks like it's the kind of stage where we just need to survive the stage and try something on the final hill. That is the Monte Aurelio. I just ruined that name, but I'll just stick with it. Anyway, let's continue onwards. I hope that I can attack on that final climb, and if I do, we might just make it till the finish line. So we've arrived at the penultimate climb, and honestly, we've lost everyone. Vincent has like a millimeter of yellow, so he's dead by the time we reach the top of this one, is the Poggio according to this, but at this moment I'm even in doubt that Poggio might just be the Italian for like hill or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll try to keep myself relatively near the front, maybe a bit more to the front even. And I'm not sure if I should respond on this climb. I don't think attacks will follow, but I guess we'll see. It's honestly like the circle of life here, because we've got people coming towards the 4 of the peloton here. They start pacing, they die, next person comes around, starts pacing, they die, pace dies, pace goes up again. It's kind of crazy, but now it looks like it's kind of dead. In the meanwhile, let's talk about the attack plans. I was planning to attack on the final climb, still planning to do that, but I've noticed that there's a bit of a plateau at the top, just like on this one, so I need to make sure that I'm not out of energy at the top. I hope that I still have some energy left so that I can try and fend for myself before we go into the downhill. The Monte Aurelio is about to start. Let's try and come towards the front a bit more. Oh, we are at the front. I won't pace 7 kilometers, that's for sure. But it looks like some people are trying something. Aru's pacing for Sosa. We've got Galopin for Bardet. Caruso probably for Nibali. I need to stay at the front. Don't want to spend too much yellow doing so. Looks like the pace is going up. I was ready to counterattack there, but it's Galopin, so I really don't need to. 4 kilometers. I want to use my energy gel. Kind of out of water, so that is not ideal. Usually I have teammates to take care of that, but everybody was dead before the previous climb, so that was not a viable option. Let's start pacing 85 and see if we can respond to anyone attacking before the 1 kilometer mark. Don't really want to go all out with an attack at 1 kilometer because then we won't survive towards the top. Looks like we've got plenty of domestiques here though. So if I attack now, then the people have to come from over here, which is ideal for me. So I'm gonna go early. There we go. Early attack from us. And we're here at the top. But this is a fake top. That's the real top there. Bardet is in our wheel. Oh, he's dropped the gap a bit. He's falling through. 400 meters. We're moving downwards. Now the question is, can I survive this semi-downhill section with Ardea behind me? I think if I use aerodynamic positioning, I can actually do it. Question is, should I really do so? I think I will. I'll just go 99. I'll use aerodynamic positioning. And I'll lower it a bit towards 88-ish. And I think that last corner there is where we need to go downhill, I hope. Yes, this is the last section uphill, I think. Let's go 99. Let's not die with 16 seconds of an advantage. We go downhill. I cannot trigger my acrobatic descent because of that. Because of my aerodynamic positioning, which is not ideal, but this should go straight to the finish line. So I think this will work. I do not know. I hope this will work. Come on. Keep on going. 2.5 kilometers. We're not spending red, so we are gaining ground and energy. Looks like it's 1.7k to go. Hardly any yellow. Full red. If we start sprinting now, we should take the victory, and I think we do. Hands in the air. Second stage win for us. We did it nicely. We've got a bit of a gap of 13 seconds on Wout van Aert and Conti and the rest of the group. So another victory. That's pretty much perfect. Here we are again. Hello podium. Back again. I think every person that we need to care about is in the top 10. Bernal, Ardea and Lopez. So that's no issue at all. For them at least. We are still on the set. Well, actually we get bonus seconds. So we're above a minute of time on Bardet again. But he's not really my main competitor, I'm afraid of. Ardea and Lopez pretty much. The rest should be fine. 7 stages in, 2 stage wins. I hope it will increase still because we've only just pretty much started this Giro. The first week is pretty much done. We're going over to stage 8 now. But it looks like before that we are being interrupted by a level up, so that's great. 33 points, 321 points, that's enough. For level 20, what do we get out of that? A skill point. Now, last time I went for attentiveness and I said it was a good idea to do so. That's actually not so true. And I've explained that before in one of my earlier videos. I don't know what I was saying in the last time we skilled up. What the attentiveness skill does is pretty much that it 1.1 times the default XP you gain each month. So normally that's 50 XP. If you do it 1.1 times, it's 55. Second level is 60 and the final one is 65. Now, compared to putting a point in training or something, you will most likely gain much more XP from riding better by investing into training than you would do by investing 1 point into attentiveness. So it might look interesting on first sight, but if you look further and think further, then a training point might be of more value if you put your actual point in there. Does that make sense? If it does, then yeah, I explained it correctly. If not, then I probably said something wrong. Either way, we gotta put a point in something, and let's be real here. I don't want to put it in stealth. I feel like that's absolutely useless because you can only use it within the race and we attack in the last 15 kilometers, so that's no point as you cannot use it in the last 15 kilometers. Super leader, I would like to use that more, but I feel like our team is not valuable enough for that. We need proper support for that and we just don't have that. I could invest it into fitness peak and such, but I'm not sure about that yet. Charisma, definitely a no-no because we've got plenty of points to choose our races. We've got like 150 points stacked that I'm not going to use this year, which is amazing. We could even go to the Tour de France as well this year, but I will wait with that because then we have 3 Grand Tours. Because if you don't remember, we're riding the Giro and the Vuelta this year. When it comes to network, I feel like we have just enough already in that to be of value to us. Then we could invest into Discovery, but yeah, I just don't feel like I use that enough. So I'm gonna go to Fitness Peak. I'm gonna go as far as say that at this point, I've got everything that I want. I might put some more points in Super Leader once we have a proper team, but for the rest, I don't care about increasing Charisma. Willpower, I've really not used it that much, and I've not come by a moment where I really need it. Network, we don't need it at this point because we go up in the contract interest already at a proper rate. Discovery, I just don't really care about this. I would really advise the game makers to think through all these skills again and look whether they're valuable towards the end game, because I'm starting to think they're not valuable anymore. So to finish this episode off, we're gonna go to the 8th stage and hopefully we can get our 3rd one here. It's an uphill finish. I think it's the first one with a proper uphill finish, so it's something different. I think it's gonna be harder because these downhill finishes do really help us with our acrobatic descent and the skills we have. I'd say the victories that we have are solely reliant on the skills that we used. If we wouldn't have them, we probably wouldn't have won. It's honestly going to be just trying to hang on to other riders that are climbing well and hopefully stay there till the finish line and outsprint them out of energy and hope for the best. That's pretty much what I've got in mind. We're roughly midway this stage. We've got a large breakaway today though. We're starting the ascension of the Monte Amiata. I don't think this one will do much damage. It's a very steep one, but I think everybody will pretty much wait till the final, and we will as well. Looks like Bardet's wearing the purple jersey now, so that's going to be easier to spot, and are the other white ones. So we just need to look at the jerseys at the bottom now to see where they are at. The breakaway has started the ascension of the Monte Citona. That's an 8.5 kilometer climb, so I think we should wait like at least 4 kilometers before we do anything. We don't have much yellow in my opinion, which is not very ideal. I would love to be able to follow everybody here, so I'll stick towards the front of the group though. Let's hope they don't attack too early as well. Let's move towards Bardet's wheel because he's going to be pretty important. Let's take a look at his energy. We're lower, and that's mainly because our whole bar is shorter, which is not good for us for the long run of this tour. That means that our recuperation is suffering, which shouldn't happen because we've got 78 on that. I think we can handle Ardea, but it looks like Lopez is going to be the guy that will hurt the most to attack on. That's an attack by Bardet, and it looks like Lopez is following. I'm going to try and follow Lopez. Hope that works out. Looks like everybody's kind of pacing Bardet back. I'm needing to go effort caster to be able to follow the space. Sivakov is trying to bridge up as well. I don't know why, because maybe he's trying to help Lopez. 2.5 kilometers, and it looks like Lopez is now going. Bernal's trying as well. I'm trying to move up, but I don't want to go too fast either because it's still a long way to go. 1.5 kilometers to go. We're gonna get out of yellow, which is not ideal. Gonna try and keep going at this pace. Slowly keep going. Slowly keep going. Let's try and catch up in the final kilometer on the left now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're gonna lose some time. 20 seconds. Buchmann's gonna close the gap down a bit for us. Hamilton and Mollema as well. We just didn't have it today. Miguel Angel Lopez wins the stage. He's coming closer. Bardet as well. A bit unexpected, to be honest. This was a bad stage for us. Looks like they've gained 13 seconds on us in the stage plus the 10 seconds bonus. So I guess the damage is not that bad. Bardet did come closer quite a bit, so he's most likely going to be in about 45 seconds of us. Exactly 44. Lopez comes close to our Dion though, so he's got to start to watch out. We also got to watch out with Evenepoel because he's got a good GT, so if we're within half a minute of him ahead of him, then that's not going to work. Let's hope he stays down there. The tension rises again. We've got a bit of a sad moment for us during this Giro, but that doesn't mean anything yet. We had 2 amazing stage wins. I think that's pretty much it for this episode. The next time we're going to start off with this stage. A bit of a filler one again, a filler stage, a flat one. We won't do much on this except maybe try something in the end again, just for fun. On stage 10, roughly the same thing. It's a bit of a harder parkour, but I do feel like it is going to be a flat finish. That doesn't mean that we can't attack away in the final sections though, because these kind of stages always have someone trying to attack in the final 5 kilometers. So if we can get on the right wheel, we might have some luck. We'll also take on this stage, the Monte Abetone stage, with the Monte Cimone in there, so this is pretty crazy. Very much looking forward to this one. Let us hope that we perform better than we did today. And that episode will finish off quite monumentally with the Monte Zoncolan, which is probably one of the hardest climbs in this Giro, 9.3% average, 17.8% max. I'm so looking forward to it, I hope you are as well. That's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, tap that like button. If you didn't, tell me what's wrong, make it better for you next time. Goodbye, guys.